friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you missed my expense tracking video where I went over absolutely everything I spent in the last week, you're gonna wanna stop this video right now, hit the pause button, go back one video, and listen to me talk about all of the spending we did, because it was a lot. I went into detail about absolutely every dime that got spent this week, where it went, why we spent it. We spent a lot. Overspending with Jessie was in full force. I've not been good about sticking to my budget this week, and it just is a fact. Can't sugarcoat it. I did a crappy job of sticking to my budget this week. And I'm gonna take this expense tracker that I filled out in that video. I'm gonna use it to check in with my monthly budget, and we're gonna see exactly how much damage has been done. So I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna flip back to my hybrid budget worksheet. If you are brand new here and you have never seen my budget worksheets, these are them. This is July. I did a super cute strawberry pattern for July. But most of my budget worksheets are undated, so you don't have to just use them in July. You can use them whenever you want. I have undated budget worksheets, printables, nothing physical. It's all printable PDF files. You can get them by going to my Etsy shop, which I will link down below, and you can purchase a big bundle of worksheets, or you can join my channel membership at the tiers that say budget in the title. And if you just read the descriptions and the perks of my membership, you'll be able to see which tiers offer which worksheets, and you can pick the one you want and sign up for that. You get digital downloads of the worksheets. And also, I never mention it, but if you join my channel membership right now at the Budget Bestie tier, for example, you can not only get these budget worksheets, but you can scroll back through the community tab and you can download all of the other ones too. Every month I come up with a new pattern, so there's lots of budget worksheets that you can get your hands on at that price. So definitely click down below, check it out. There will be a little link in my description box. There's also just a join button that you can click down below this video if you're watching on a computer. Check it out, see if you're interested. Enough rambling, let's face the music here. So in my expense tracker, I didn't have any bills that got paid this week. No, none of these one-time transactions. As you can see here, most of my actual column in my monthly section of my budget worksheet is already filled in. Pretty much the only thing, stumbled right over that sentence. Pretty much the only thing left here are the variable categories. So that's what we're gonna kind of fill in today. We're looking at week 3. And yeah, we have this week and then just one more week to get through for July, and then we can start fresh in August, which I'm very much looking forward to. The dates that we're working on this week are the 16th of July through the 22nd. My budget weeks always start on Tuesdays, since that's when my husband and I are both paid. We like to go Tuesday to Monday for our little check-ins here, so that's what we have done. And the categories we are checking in with are the same as always: grocery, eating out, spending, and auto pay. And I have already figured out exactly what we spent in each of those categories this week. So it's pretty easy. All I need to do is take these numbers and put them in here under this spent line item. So I guess we'll just work our way down here. For spending, we spent $225.90. And you know what? Every week I say it's really hard to write against these discs, and then every week I just leave this in here and write against the discs anyway. I don't have to do that. The beauty of this disc bound system is I can pull these worksheets right on out. So I'm going to do that for you today so that I can write a little bit neater, although it's all chicken scratch. And so I don't have to cramp my hand up against that disc. So $225.90 for spending. For groceries, we spent $299.15. You can see there in pink. For eating out, we spent $92.72. For auto pay, we spent $89.96. Okay, so the grand total of all of the categories, since we didn't have any like one-time monthly items, it's all variable, which is what I track here week to week. So I can just use this total, $707.73. It was a big, big spending week for us this week. Okay. So we can't stop there. Now we got to figure out what's remaining. I'm going to zoom you guys in a touch more so you can see. Hopefully that's not too much. So I start out with a monthly budget for each of these categories. You can see here, it's listed over here in this monthly section. And then each week I figure out what I spent. Up here you can see what I spent and what I have remaining. And then the next week I take what's remaining and I subtract what we spent that week. And I just keep a running total of what we have left in each of these categories to help me stay on track. If I know that there's 1 week left of the month, which at this point there is, this is what I have remaining to get me through that last week. So at the end of last week, we had $803.30 remaining in our grocery budget. This week we spent $229.15, which means we have $574.15 remaining for the last week of July. That seems like a ton of money. That's like good news, except that we're already actually a couple of days into the week 4 of the month, and I know that we went to Sam's Club yesterday and spent a lot of money. So just a spoiler alert for next week, we're probably going to be over budget in groceries. Speaking of being over budget, if we look at eating out at the beginning of the month, we had $200. I slashed our budget this month in half, essentially. And I was like, I'm tired of spending so much on eating out. We're cutting this budget. We're not going to eat out as much. Yeah, that kind of bit me in the butt here because we went over budget. So at the end of last week, we had $73.73 remaining, and we spent $92.72, which means we spent $18.99 more than we should have. So we are already over budget for eating out, and we still have 1 full week left. So not good, pals, not good at all. For spending, we started out the month at $500. The end of last week, we had $319.27 remaining. And this week we spent $225.90, which means we've got $93.37 left for spending for the last week. So that seems like a reasonable amount. Hopefully that means there will be at least one category that we do not go over budget in, but we'll see. And then we have auto pay. We started out the month with $300 in our auto pay category. The auto pay category works a little bit different than these other categories because auto pay technically is not variable. We have our monthly bills that come out automatically from our paycheck or from our bank account every month. And those bills are what they are. We don't really have any control over them unless we just like cancel something. But I stick it here in the variable category, number one, because the amount of weeks in a month vary month to month, especially with the way that we do our budget, because a lot of times our July budget, for example, might start the last week of June. We always go by the number of Tuesdays in the month. So that's why it's variable a little bit, but the bills are what they are. And unless I cancel something, I don't really get to control what they are or when they come out. But still, like, we do it here. We keep track of it week to week so we can get a total at the end of every month. I feel like that was unnecessary for me to explain, but just in case you are brand new here and you were confused. We had $210.26 at the end of last week. We spent $89.96. We still have $120.30. So we will likely come in under budget in auto pay as well, which is good news because any of these categories that we come in under budget in will help offset the being over budget in this eating out, for example. And that's why I like to get a total of all of the categories, because if the total at the end of the month comes out in our favor and we aren't over budget overall, I'm still totally fine with it, even if we did go over budget in a category or two. So let's get a total. I'm going to add up all of the positive numbers and then I'll subtract that negative number at the end. Sorry if you guys can hear in the background. My son just got in the shower. It's very loud. Seems very loud. Hopefully you guys won't hear that, but if you do, that's what that noise is. Oops, not 9,337. $93.37 plus 120.30. So that minus the $18.99. So we still have $768.83 remaining. Is that right? If that's right, then it's not as bad as I thought initially. I really thought we were like over budget in all the categories and we were going to have like $200 to work with in the last week. But if this is right and I didn't flub up my math, it's actually not too bad at all. That, what we have left is more than what we spent this last week, and we definitely like did a bunch of shopping and overspending this week. So maybe you guys, it won't be as bad as I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Think we're going to come in over budget in July or under budget in July based on what we've talked about today? I don't know. It could go either way, but I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful that maybe we'll manage to scrape by with being under budget, or if not, like maybe we won't be over budget by as much as I initially thought. We still do have a full week left though. And like I said, this grocery budget, I think we're already over budget in because we did go to Sam's Club yesterday. And I wasn't planning on going to Sam's Club when I wrote my budget this month. So that may well put us over the edge, but you know, we've got some money left to work with, so we'll see how it goes. This is why I always encourage you guys to sit down and check in with your budget every week, because even if you had a bad week, even if you overspent, maybe it's not as bad as you thought. Or if it is as bad as you thought, maybe you can make it up next week by spending less. It's not always the end of the world if we go a little crazy spending what we shouldn't, or, you know, a bill pops up that we didn't expect. Sometimes it doesn't mean that it's a catastrophe for your budget. You just got to work the numbers and see what happens. In this case, I'm pleasantly surprised. I feel like $768.83 for a week of variable spending is a lot to work with. And I think maybe we'll be okay. Or maybe I did the math wrong and we don't actually have that much left, but I think so. One more full week of July left. My August budget is going to start the last Tuesday of July. So we'll have the last couple of days of July lumped in with August. So you guys will see me kind of close out my July budget next week and then write up my August budget. That leads me to a quick little sneak peek, I guess. I want to share with you guys my August budget worksheets. And I wanted to do it at the end because I know not everybody cares. So if you just came here for the budget check-in, that's done. And I appreciate you watching. You can go ahead and click out. I'll just say goodbye to you now. But if you're interested in seeing the August worksheets, stick around. Okay. Usually I film a separate video for my August budget worksheets. I don't know that I'm going to do that this month. Maybe I will. Maybe you guys will see these again. But just in case I don't get a chance to do that, I wanted to really quickly show you guys what the August budget worksheets look like and tell you when they'll be available, how you can get them, etc., etc. So here they are. Oh, I can zoom out, huh? So you guys can actually see them. I am calling this collection Honey lemon, because I'm not really great at naming things and I couldn't come up with anything more creative, but this is the August budget worksheets. It is a fun bee and lemon theme. My channel members selected this pattern for the August budget worksheets. I love them. I think they're so much fun. So this is the budget title page. I'll flip through really quickly. This is my undated bundle, by the way. If you're not familiar, I have an undated bundle with 17 different worksheets. And then I have a dated add-on with 4 worksheets where you can replace some of the undated worksheets with ones with dates for August 2024. So if you want to be able to use this pattern every month of the year, you can, because it's undated. But if you just want to use it in August and you like having a calendar and everything that's all kind of filled in and ready for you, you can buy the dated add-on. So this is the undated bundle. It comes with the title page. It comes with the 2-page undated calendar, so you can just write in the dates or use stickers. Comes with a monthly overview, and that's what it looks like here. A place for you to keep track of your debt, your goals, your credit score, etc. There's a little monthly budget worksheet. If you have a really simple monthly budget, this is great. It's just a few lines for you to keep track of your bills and expenses, what you budgeted, what you actually spent, and the difference. Very simple budget. Doesn't have to be overcomplicated, you guys. There's a sinking funds page here, which I am going to get back to sinking funds and make use of these pages this month. Mark my words. If I don't, you guys better scold me. But there's also a transaction log. There is a paycheck budget, and I think in August, I'm gonna try paycheck budgeting again. It's been a long time since I budgeted that way, but I'm ready to shake things up, try some new things. Obviously, I've let my spending get kind of out of control in July. I want to zip up my budget, and maybe doing a paycheck budget rather than a monthly budget is the way to go. We'll see. I haven't fully decided that, but maybe. That's what the paycheck budget looks like. You also get a cash breakdown so that you can figure out the denominations you need from the bank. You get an expense tracker, and you can print this out as many times as you want. So maybe like me, you want to do a new expense tracker every week. You can do that. There's also a weekly check-in, so you can keep track of your variable spending week to week if you want. Or you can do that using the hybrid budget. This is what you just saw me use just in the August pattern. It's a great place to keep track of your budget monthly. Check in each week. There's also a section here for sinking funds, savings, and debt payments. Everything you could possibly need for your budget on one 2-page spread. If you join my channel membership at the Budget Buddy tier, you get this 2-page hybrid budget as part of that tier. It's a perk. If you join at the Budget Bestie tier, you get all of these worksheets. So that's how I recommend you get these worksheets, because not only do you get the worksheets, but you also get bonus videos and other cool perks. Click the link down below to check out my channel membership and read all of the different perks and choose the tier that works best for you. Continuing on with the undated bundle, there's the debt tracker. There is the spending comparison where you can track one month versus another month and see how you did with your budget and how those things compare. You get the notes section, and then you also get a pattern paper. You can use this as a back cover for your little monthly budget planner. You can use it to fold into a cash envelope. You can make it into a dashboard, anything that you like. So that's the undated bundle. And then you also can get the dated add-on, which, as I mentioned, is 4 budget worksheets right here. The same worksheets you saw at the beginning, only dated for August. So you get the cover, the 2-page dated calendar for August, and you get the August overview. So that's what the worksheets are. Talked a little bit about how you can get them. You can join my channel membership, or you can buy them from Etsy. In terms of release dates, if you are watching this video right now and you are a channel member at the Budget Buddy or Budget Bestie tier, your worksheets are already available for you. I posted them this morning, Friday, July 26th at like 10 a.m. So these are already available at the time you're watching this. If you haven't gotten them yet, go do it if you're a member. If you're not a member, you have no interest in joining my channel membership, you just want to buy them from Etsy, these are not yet available at the time that I am filming this, at the time that you are watching this, unless you're watching it after the date it was released. These guys are going to be available for you on Monday morning. Where did I do with my phone? Did I bury it here? There it is. Monday's date is July 29th at 10 a.m. They'll be available on Etsy. So you can buy them from Etsy as of Monday, July 29th. So you can get your worksheets, get them prepped and ready for August. All right, you guys, that's it. I hope you liked this little sneak peek of my August worksheets. If you stuck around this long, you watched till the end, leave me a bee emoji down below so that I know. I would love to see how many of you actually watched all the way through and listened to me yammer. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for watching, friends, and I will see you next time. Bye.